Welcome to Made in Ukraine Insights, your gateway to discovering the innovation, resilience, bravery, and excellence of Ukrainian manufacturing and businesses. I'm Sophia, and each week I'll bring you inspiring stories of Ukrainian entrepreneurs and manufacturers who are revolutionizing global trade. From agricultural innovations to curing-edge technology, we showcase the best of what Ukraine offers to international markets. Powered by Factorist.com, Ukraine's leading B2B marketplace, this podcast connects you with verified Ukrainian manufacturers and their success stories. Whether you're a global trader, wholesaler, or business leader, you'll discover unique opportunities and insights that can transform your supply chain.
All right, so let's imagine this. You're getting ready for a really important meeting.
Yeah.
The topic is Ukraine's economic outlook. And you need to be sharp. You need to be informed.
Yep.
You got to be ready to impress. But,
Right.
You're short on time.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
It does.
Anyone out there?
Happens all the time.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly where this deep dive comes in.
Okay.
We've gone through a ton of reports on Ukrainian trade.
All right.
And we're going to try to deliver the most insightful nuggets that we found,
Okay.
focusing specifically on their wins and the exciting new opportunities that we see out there on the horizon.
Yeah, and it's really remarkable, I think, considering everything that's going on,
Yeah.
that Ukraine is not just holding steady, but they're actually excelling
Right.
in some key export sectors.
Yeah, and I think a perfect example of that is furniture exports.
Okay.
So last year they saw a 15.5% increase, which hit a pretty staggering $909 million.
That's impressive.
It really is mind-blowing considering everything that's happening over there.
Mm-hmm.
And to add to that, even IKEA is coming back
I heard about
to
that.
source furniture from Ukraine,
Yeah.
which I think is a massive vote of confidence.
Huge. It really is. What we're seeing here is, a real testament to the businesses in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Their adaptability and, these strategic moves that the country is making to bolster its trade presence globally.
Absolutely. And speaking of strategic moves, there's this new agreement with the UAE,
Yes.
the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement.
I was reading about that.
Yeah. And this thing covers like every product category you can think of.
Wow.
And it's really nice because it gets rid of all those tariff barriers.
I mean, this is huge, right? The UAE is a global powerhouse.
Totally.
This gives businesses in Ukraine just a golden ticket
Yeah.
into a massive market, and this has the potential to really boost Ukraine's GDP and enhance their already positive trade balance with the UAE.
Yeah, it's like they've unlocked this whole new level
Yeah.
in the trade game.
Absolutely.
And they're not stopping there.
Yeah.
They're also forging stronger ties with the European Union.
Yes.
And they're really pushing for some deeper integration there.
Yeah. And there have been, some recent high-level meetings, and it seems like both sides are really eager to start consultations on tariff liberalization,
Okay.
which would be, a huge leap towards seamless trade between Ukraine and the EU,
Yeah.
opening up even more opportunities for businesses there.
Yeah, it's really impressive how proactive they are reaching out to both the East and the West to solidify these partnerships.
Absolutely. And speaking of partnerships, we can't forget the existing collaborations that are already yielding fantastic results.
Right.
Their agricultural partnership with Turkey, for example,
Okay.
reached a trade volume of $2.2 billion last year.
Wow. That's a lot of agricultural goods flowing between the two.
It is, and there's potential to take it even further.
Really?
Yes, there are discussions about expanding livestock exports
Okay.
to Turkey and its neighboring countries,
Wow.
which could open up, significant new revenue streams for producers in Ukraine.
So it seems like we've established that Ukraine's trade scene is buzzing with activity and potential.
It is.
But what's fascinating to me is how are they managing to pull this off
Yeah.
amidst all the, logistical complexities?
Right.
What's the secret sauce here?
Well, that's where technology comes in, and specifically a company called Factorist.
Factorist.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are revolutionizing how businesses in Ukraine are connecting with the global market.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about Factorist.
So imagine a platform
Okay.
that uses AI to connect manufacturers in Ukraine directly with international buyers,
Interesting.
cutting out the middleman, streamlining the entire process.
So like a digital matchmaker
Exactly.
for international trade.
Yeah.
That's pretty brilliant.
And their AI algorithms are incredibly sophisticated. They're analyzing global trade patterns and connecting businesses based on, specific needs and offerings to ensure those perfect matches.
Wow, that's really smart.
Yeah.
But I am curious, how do they handle the quality control?
Right.
It's one thing to connect businesses, but you have to make sure that the quality is there, especially when you're talking about international trade.
You've hit on a crucial point, and Factorist excels in this area too.
Okay.
They have a very rigorous quality verification process in place to make sure that every single product listed on their platform meets international standards.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's all about building trust, minimizing risk for both buyers and sellers.
Okay, so they're connecting businesses, they're verifying quality. Anything else that makes Factors stand out?
Well, they've also tackled the language barrier.
Okay.
Their platform supports multiple languages,
Oh, wow.
making communication really seamless for businesses looking to connect with buyers worldwide.
So they've really thought of everything to make this process as smooth as possible.
They really have. It's quite impressive.
So it sounds like Factors is really playing a key role in all of this.
Yeah, they're really empowering businesses to navigate, the global trade scene.
It's a pretty elegant solution, I would say.
It is. It really highlights, that innovative spirit that's driving a lot of these successes.
Yeah. Oh, so we've been talking about all these achievements, and they're really remarkable.
Yeah.
But let me kind of take a step back for a second and ask, why should the average person listening to this care? What's the broader significance of all this?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, on a human level, it's about witnessing resilience.
Yeah.
And ingenuity. Despite all the challenges they're facing, businesses in Ukraine are thriving, and and the people they employ as well.
Right.
It's really a testament to their determination, I think, to build a better future.
It's a good reminder that even when things are tough, people can adapt, they can innovate, and they can create opportunities.
Absolutely. And, from a global perspective, Ukraine is proving itself as a valuable and reliable trading partner.
Right.
Their exports are contributing to the global economy.
Yeah.
Particularly, in ensuring food security in many parts of the world.
Right. They're playing a big role in that global food supply chain.
Absolutely. And, their commitment to embracing these innovative technologies like these AI-powered platforms, it's really encouraging and shows that, they're forward-thinking, they're dedicated to modernizing their trade practices, which makes them very attractive to potential investors and trading partners.
It's like they're not just catching up, they're like leapfrogging ahead in some way.
Yeah, they are. And that sends a really powerful message.
Yeah.
Ukraine is open for business, and they're ready to embrace the future of trade.
It's funny how we started this deep dive talking about furniture. And now we're talking about global food security and the future of international trade.
Right.
It just shows how interconnected all this stuff is.
It really does. And, these small successes can have a ripple effect far beyond what we imagine.
Okay, so I think to wrap things up here, it's clear that Ukraine is really punching above its weight in the global trade arena.
They are.
We've seen some, impressive growth in those furniture exports we talked about, strategic partnerships with big players like the UAE and Turkey.
Yes.
And this commitment to modernization that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
With technologies like Factorists.
It's genuinely inspiring.
It is.
And it raises an important question, given all these positive developments, how might Ukraine's trade landscape evolve in the next 5 years?
Oh, that's a great question. What other sectors
do
you think hold potential?
What role will these technologies play in shaping the future of Ukrainian trade?
It feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to explore.
There is.
That's the beauty of it. There's always more to learn and discover. The more we delve into these topics, the better we understand the complexity and the interconnectedness of everything.
I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on Ukraine's progress.
Me too.
I think they're doing some pretty amazing things.
They really are. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about their successes again very soon.
Yeah, me too. Well, on that note, we'll leave you with those thought-provoking questions to ponder.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Ukrainian trade. It's pretty amazing how they've managed to turn these challenges into opportunities.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that even in really difficult circumstances, human ingenuity and resilience can really come through.
Absolutely. And as you know, their trade network expands and strengthens.
Yeah.
It makes them even more attractive to to people looking for opportunities, globally. I'm really interested to see how these successes could attract foreign investment. Investors are always looking for stability, growth, potential, a business-friendly environment.
Sure.
Ukraine seems to be ticking all the boxes.
It does make you wonder if these, stronger trade ties with the EU and the UAE will give them, more leverage on the world stage.
Yeah.
Could this be a pathway to, greater diplomatic influence?
That's a fascinating point. Trade can definitely be a powerful tool for diplomacy and influence. Definitely something to watch as things continue to evolve.
Yeah. It's really inspiring to see how Ukraine is shaping its own future.
It is.
And I think as we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear that the story of Ukrainian trade is still being written.
It is.
It's a story of perseverance and innovation.
Absolutely.
And a real drive to succeed.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And I, for one, I'm excited to see what the next chapter holds.
Me too.
So to all of our listeners out there, keep your eyes on Ukraine. They're doing some really remarkable things.
They are.
And who knows, maybe you'll even find yourself inspired to explore some new business opportunities over there. The possibilities are really vast.
They are.
And the future looks bright.
The world of global trade is constantly changing.
It is.
Stay curious, stay informed, and keep those deep dives going.
Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap for us. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
And until next time, happy exploring.
Thanks for tuning in to Made in Ukraine Insights podcast. If today's story inspired you, there's much more to discover. Visit now factoris.com to connect directly with verified Ukrainian manufacturers and explore thousands of products ready for global trade. Our AI-powered B2B marketplace makes international sourcing simple, secure, and efficient. Don't miss out next episode. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform. For exclusive insights and manufacturer spotlights, follow us on LinkedIn and check out the Made in Ukraine magazine. This is Sophia, reminding you that the future of global trade is being shaped right here in Ukraine. Until next time.